Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. Welcome back to Flottering, where we're looking to unlock the training license because we want to train our staff on all hospitals, to be honest. But this is where we can actually unlock the training. Ham sandwich, partially eaten. Now, at the moment, let's just pause this a second. We actually only have one doctor who's currently working in psychiatry to cure this patient here, look, of Freudian lips. But that means that this GP's office is now empty and there is a queue forming, which is no good. Oh, look, Tilly here, look. Hello, Tilly. Tilly's the name of my cat. Hello, Tilly. So actually, she has been to further diagnosis, and they believe she has misery guts, which means she's now visiting the GP, so the GP can actually definitely say, yes, you've got misery guts, go to the ward for your cure. So what we're going to do to save her from queuing up and make this queue just a little bit shorter, given that this bar is full, meaning this diagnosis is 100% accurate, save her queuing for the GP, we're just going to say, go to treatment now. What's this saying? Ooh, a new illness discovered. Misery guts, chronic grumpiness due to a nihilistic semicolon. What? We'll send the patient for treatment immediately. Fantastic. So we've made it so that Tilly can now just... Oh, sorry, it's not the ward. Look, it's pharmacy. I was wrong. I'm still learning these illnesses myself, you know. So
in GP's office.
She can now go straight for her cure. But yeah, so, and look, the nurse is straight to pharmacy. Fantastic. We've got 2 nurses. So that's wonderful, but we only have the one doctor and it is causing a bit of an issue. So let's see here. We'd like to hire a new doctor. So who we have here? He's unmotivated. Hoards cutlery, apparently. So unmotivated means that they walk slower than normal speed by -20. Seems like quite a lot, doesn't it? But he does have, look, general practice, which is a +20 in diagnosis, as well as a little diagnosis extra skill there. Weak bladder, class clown, unavoidably replaceable. Oh, that's good, that's good. So the class clown is the entertainer. Entertains people with their sweet dance moves. Weak bladder needs a toilet more often than most. Vladimir Pleb. What a fantastic name, Vladimir here. So it's not GP boosts, which I believe are 20, plus 20% diagnosis. So he's not sort of geared specifically for GP, but he does, look, have diagnosis skills. So he's not too bad. And look, so he's motivated. He walks faster than normal speed by plus 20%. Wow. And he is constantly falling in and out of love, which I think can affect his mood. Again, I'm not 100% sure about that. So I think we're going to get Vladimir here, which means that let's think about this, because Vladimir here won't be able to work in psychiatry. He's unable to do it. Jonathan here is actually a better GP than Vladimir. But we don't really have a lot of options, do we? We have to kind of let Vladimir deal with the GPs because he can't do psychiatry. Bit of a shame, but that's just one of the things that we have to put up with, I guess. So I'll pop him in there, and hopefully that'll start dealing with this queue. But he's probably not going to be able to diagnose a lot of these patients first time, which is a bit of an issue. It's a little bit of an issue. So Alex here, he does have the boosts. Oh, he did quite well there. He does have these medicine cabinet boosts, but look, he's immediately not entirely sure what's wrong with them. The diagnosis certainty is 86%, so immediately he's not been able to accurately diagnose them, it's a problem. So it ends up going that she'll have to go to the GPs twice now instead of once. He got pandemic though. He got pandemic, so that's good. What is this? So Jonathan Windmill. We've received a request from one of our staff. Jonathan Windmill, what do you think? The challenge is to earn 100,000 in 90 days, and he would become 20% happier. What's happened to his beard? My goodness, and his hair. And 10 kudos. Yes, we'll give it a go. And look at this. We now require a PANS lab because we've just discovered pandemic, involuntary attachment to kitchen utensils. So we're going to get this patient to wait. We can send them home and build it at another time. I'm not actually sure if we can afford PANS lab, but hopefully we can. We can get the patient to wait. If you send patients home, something you can completely and utterly do, but if you do,
staff are reminded.
Somebody's just died here. It was Tilly with her misery guts. No, Tilly. What did you do? What did you do, Nigel? What did you do? We can look at Nigel's stats here and we can see, look, he's cured one patient, he's failed to treat one patient, and he's killed one patient. That is a pretty rubbish cure rate, Sonny Jim. That's terrible. What are you doing? Poor Tilly here lost her life because of you. Oh no. Mind you, it is a drug mixer too, so it has had a bit of a boost. And when these things are upgraded, they look a little bit different. So this upgraded drug mixer here has like these little bulky bits added to the side, and it's also got this bulky bit added to the back. And when we upgrade it further, we get like these spare canisters poking out the back, and these things become bigger and up. It's amazing. All the machines look different, like they've had bits bolted on and attached as they're slowly upgraded, which I think is pretty fantastic. Anyway, that's enough mucking about. We need to build a PANS lab. Ooh, look, it's 20,000 doubloons. We've got 36. Now, where do we want to build it? Because this is a cure unit, right? So we don't need it near all of this. We can just get them out of the way and send them home. So I think actually we're going to pull the PANS lab all the way over here, I think. So it looks like it's a is it a 4x4 room? It's a 4x4 room minimum. So that's good. We could do some toilets over here. Now, let's see. I would like a slightly more interesting shape. So let's do this, I think. And then some windows. We don't want windows that are too intrusive. And there's a chance here that we might have another room. Yeah, so I think we'll go with this, and then we've got our extract a pan, removes a pan from the head stuck within it. And this thing, as we upgrade it, look, love this thing, this as we upgrade it, gets bulkier and things attached to it and stuff like that as well. We're just going to what should we do? I think we'll plop this here, and hopefully that'll be okay. They control it. Let's put a bit more in the middle of the room, because they actually control it from here, don't they? And the patient walks around the back a lot. So I might actually just move it more centrally into the room. That'll be fine. Now we need all the usual gubbins, don't we? So that's going to be hand sanitizer, which I want in a fairly public location so that the patient might be inclined to use it as well as the staff member. Probably won't work. We need, I feel like there should be like a little bit of an office space for the staff member here. Do you know what I mean? I wonder Oh, look, the music stopped. I think that's because I've got it paused. Shall we just put it on slow speed? There we go.
I have only one word to say to you today.
Oh.
Trousers, people.
Oh.
Trousers.
Trousers.
They ought to be worn at all times. They protect against sunburn and knobbly knee syndrome. Take heed, dear listeners.
Okay. Okay. Let's put a little cupboard here in the corner. I always like to have one of those. Now, the staff member will need somewhere to sit down, I think, while they're waiting for their patients. That will be nice. A clock, so they know at all times what the time is. I think that'll be nice. They probably should have some sort of toxic waste bin. How about we don't put it right by the drinking fountain, though? That might be nice. Not right by the drinking fountain. What else can we have in this room? Because we've got quite a lot of locked stuff. Oh, look, we could have this anatomy model. I don't think it's terribly necessary. Is there anything that sort of... I don't know. Doesn't seem... There's not a lot of options for this room to put things in. Now, that being said, this machine can catch fire, so we probably should have, a fire extinguisher for it. Just in case. Fire extinguishers are consumed when there's a fire. So it's always worth knowing where your fire extinguishers are, because if they get used, you will need to replace them. You will need to replace them. So that's worth bearing in mind. Do you know, we might put, because it is to do with the head, isn't it? All to do with the head. And we could probably do with getting some plants in. So one there, because there's a window, a lovely window. Look, one in the opposite corner maybe.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water.
Plants do need water. Yes, they do. Should we get a little notice board in maybe? I don't know if I like the notice board being in here. We might... But I feel like this room needs things, you know. It's a little bit sparse, isn't it? It's a little bit... Does it? And it feels like it could do with more things. More things. What else might be nice? I don't know. Maybe another cupboard. It's starting to seem a bit silly though. I think that might be a bit too much. Maybe we should leave it at that. Maybe we shouldn't push our luck and start making it look too ridiculous. I think maybe we have got the best things in here. Shall we go with that? There we go. So now we are going to want somewhere for patients for this room to wait. So there we are. We also don't have any food. If patients are going to start coming over here, we need to cater for them a little bit. So let's get my drinks machine and some food. That'll be good. I think probably along with a bin.
Time for another sommelier over the rainbow. Today featuring a bottle of 2009 Pale Toad. This charmless Chardonnay is as insipid a wine as I've ever spat out.
Ooh.
It has a foul nose, hinting at leftover baked beans. As for the taste, well, I would rather lick an actual toad than drink another glass.
Blimey. Bicklesworth. It's, I think probably a play on the whole bickering aspect. So monobrow discovered now. Oh, monobrow. Okay. Extreme hair growth caused by excessive consumption of both highbrow and lowbrow entertainment. The monobrow must be carefully removed and placed in a secure container to prevent it from escaping. We'll go and find that patient in just one moment. Ooh, look, a circus incident. The 2-point circus left their cages unlocked and all of the clowns have escaped. What? 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 There is this thing on the radio that talks about the circus no longer being under investigation. I wonder if this is related. They were last spotted heading in our direction on tiny bicycles. If we can deal with the clowns, I'm sure the circus will reward us. Deal with them. Shall we let them in? So, look, we've got 7 patients with chest infection. Now, I can't afford... I mean, imagine if we cured them. Imagine if we cured them. But I don't think, after building Pan's Lab, I don't think I can afford to build it. So I'm going to have to say no. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, that felt horrible. Blimey, I didn't like that at all. Didn't like that at all. Ugh, we could have done with the money. We really need to build toilets. And look, actually, we don't have... Hey, that's a weird one to get because we actually don't have the clown clinic at all. So, okay. Bit of a shame. So we couldn't have done it. If I had clicked yes, that would have been a nightmare, right? It's just as well I click no. Just as well I click no. Here we go. Couple of sinks and a hand dryer. No, a hand dryer's not going to place there. Let's put that there then maybe. Don't know. I hate that. I think, is that mail for the health inspector? It might be. Let's pop that in there. And I think probably a hand sanitizer to go with it. I like the idea of a cupboard. You know, like somewhere to keep all the bog rolls. You know. It's not gonna let me do it. It's not gonna let me do it. Fair enough. What we will need, I think, is a bin. Maybe we'll put the bin over here. Something like that. I think what we will do is actually move this door. It's getting on my nerves a little bit. So can we put that by the... No. No. It's not having any of it. Not having any of it. I'd like a plant in here. But where's it going to go?
To stay hydrated.
I think... That's good advice. I think... Will it go and then the bin? I think maybe like that. What are we thinking? Maybe we can bring this just a little bit closer. Maybe we can just put that in the middle of those two. What are we thinking? Is that all right? Does that seem good?
Announcement. Plants need water.
I think that'll do. Oh no, what are we? Oh, it's unaffordable. Can't afford it. Is it because of these toilets? Probably. If we put in a cheapo, because they're like £2 a pop, those toilets. There we go. Now it's affordable, just about. There's the normal toilets. Bog standard. There we are. So, how are we getting on? How are we getting on with everything? Can't really afford another doctor, I don't think. No, look at our money. We really can't afford it. So let's put this on normal speed. So off he's managed. Who have we got here? Okay, good.
Now you can order your extra crunchy burgers without leaving the comfort of your car. And remember, order more than 10 roach burgers and get a free roach shake. Roach burger. 24 hours a day. This is 2-Point Radio.
2-Point Radio. It's a bit of entertainment over here. We've not really got much back here, have we? So maybe we should just give them something. Can't. Maybe we can't. Can we? No.
Doctor wanted in Pan's lab.
What I would like is a hand sanitizer. It's because I think we're near to the corner of the wall, so it's not having it. That's fine. That's fine. Shall we just put a little drinks machine in?
Pharmacy calling nurse.
Pharmacy calling nurse. Right. I mean that should be all right. Okay. Oh, you can hear the sonic sounds. I think he lost. He looked a bit upset with that. Right. So how are things going? Given that this GP cannot... Oh, look. So, they've been for further diagnosis. Freudian lips. Let's send them straight to...
Patients found
cure.
abusing hospital facilities will henceforth be considered organ donors.
And Bert Trousers. Is that you there, Bert? No. Bert Trousers is here. So what is this? 74% diagnosis certainty. So how do we feel? Do we want to send him straight forward? Look, he's got monobrow. Now, the problem with monobrow, of course, is that monobrow can fall off of his face and start running around the hospital like vermin. So we might send him straight for cure and hope that he survives. So if we go straight to the ward, Bert, because we really sort of want monobrow patients, I think, to be cured as quickly as possible, really, so that they don't run around the hospital. Now, I don't know. I assume I don't know how many people watching have actually seen mono beasts, but they do run around the hospital, sort of like vermin, and they'll hide under furniture, and you'll have to pick them up.
Announcement. Try not to die.
And pick up the items, and then mono beast will run out, and you have to shoot them to get rid of them. And look, we've got another patient here with monobrow, so we could have them hiding around the hospital and not even really know it. Now, I would assume that the more filthy your hospital is, the more monobeast will, I don't know, multiply under items of furniture and stuff like that. Whereas if you keep quite a clean hospital, I'm assuming that the problem would be quite easy to deal with. I don't know. I need some clarification and answers on that. Maybe a little bit of testing. I'm not sure, but that would make sense to me, that keeping a clean hospital means that you would be able to cope with mono beasts, as they're called, and not really consider it a massive problem for your hospital, I would say. So we could really do with hiring doctors. So look, we've got another one here. Let's pause this a moment. I like to take time to mull over my doctors. So we do have somebody here that could work in psychiatry. They also have treatment. So Marnie Toff, they're unhygienic. Forget that. Forget I said that. Upbeat, not mentally capable. Which just means, not mentally capable, just means that they're a slow learner. And it takes time for them to develop. So they learn 50% slower than most. That's all that means, which, given that she's got 4 out of 5 qualifications, is not a massive issue. And happiness is higher than average. She has a plus 10% happiness boost. Well done, Penelope. Now, she's got stamina training here, which means that her energy drains at a reduced rate, which I think is fantastic. She has good bedside manner, so that when she's talking to patients, they are instantly happier because they like her. She also has general practice training as well as psychiatry training. That's fantastic. Now, who do we actually have here? Because he would be better in... I mean, he's really good in GP. But we could train him up to be sort of more... what's the word I'm looking for? Psychiatry sort of driven. And we could get Penelope here and boost her GP a second time. With bedside manner and stamina and the fact that she's upbeat. It's quite a good GP. So she's expensive though, right? She's really, really expensive. But I think that we might try and afford her. I think that might be it. And this should get us our training license as well. The hospital isn't covering its costs. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Hopefully we'll be able to sort that out shortly. So let's have a look. Let's just have a rearranging of the jobs here, because I think we would like Penelope to always work. There we go. So Penelope is to always work in the GP office, and hopefully we'll be able to get her some training as well, which means we might actually leave these two. We might actually leave him on the GP's office for a little bit while she just gets that GP qualification. That might be nice. And then I think we'll leave him to work only in psychiatry. And then this guy can pick up the slack. I think that's what we might do. to try and deal with what's coming in. Training license! Way! Great news! The 2 Point Health Ministry has granted us a training license. This will allow us to train staff in all of our hospitals. Building a training room allows you to run a training course. Staff with a free training slot can go on a course and learn a new qualification. Fantastic. So as we know, oh, look, clown clinic. Beware, clowns. Flottering has a bit of a problem recently with clowns. They're everywhere. Apparently they keep escaping from the travelling circus. Escaping. What? Their hijinks can be a real nuisance. We'll need some new equipment to deal with them. The Orb Foundation have a patented method for recalibrating the minds of clowns, supporting their rehabilitation back into society. They have offered to supply us with the necessary equipment if we can demonstrate our ability to mould our own staff. Sounds a bit sinister to me, but who am I to judge? Good. There we go.
Patients are reminded not to think about it.
Patients are reminded not to think about it. I think that's fairly good advice, to be honest with you. I think that's fairly good advice. So, a training room, which we're going to build, even though we're not meeting demands. We're only going to have a small one. We're never going to train masses of staff here, I don't think. I can't see that being a thing.
Have a snack. We'll be right back.
So we'll give them some windows. I think that'll be nice, like that. Good. So the lectern, which we'll just pop. I think there we've got the trainee desks they can sit at. So I think should we go with 4? Can we afford 4? So there we go, 4 of them. Now we can boost training. There's lots of things actually that can boost training, and there are some amazing bookcases. These encyclopedia bookcases, look, +4 training speed. The anatomy model has +3 training speed. Can't really afford all of that. We do have this bookcase, which is +1 training speed. So I feel like I would like a couple of those bookcases. We also have unlocked, where is it? Look, the display skeleton, that's +3 training speed. So I think we'll pop...
Please look out for invisible and potentially lethal diseases.
We'll put him there as though they point stuff out on him, like they used to in Theme Hostel. We're going to pretend that goes on. What else can give us training speed? Look, the brain anatomy poster gives us +1 training speed. It's also quite an attractive poster, right? They just really like it. So we're going to pop that there. This is really good. This is working out well. Can we put that filing cabinet anywhere? Might just pop that somewhere like that. Not sure I like it, if I'm going to be honest with you. Not sure I like it. Should we put a plant in this corner? Make this a fairly nice training room. That might be nice. Always use the hand sanitizer, people. Always use
Staff
hand
are reminded
sanitizer.
to be good value.
Yes, good value. I feel like we should maybe get rid of this desk. And just have 3.
Announcement. Plants need water.
Looks like, though, we could just make them just a little bit more snug. That's not terrible, is it? That's okay. That's okay, I would say.
You are listening to Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. You're listening to Harrison Wolf.
Hello, Harrison.
The lone voice of reason, ready to spread some truth to all our vigilant listeners. So open your eyes and your ears and get ready to find out what's really going on. But first, here are some people playing musical instruments.
I just want it to get, no, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, the stress. The stress of it. The stress of it.
Award, please.
Oh my god. How attractive is this room? Is it? It's not very attractive at all. What was the point of that? Let's. There we go. There we go. Place the plant, build the room, then we can see these views. So, training. To start a training course, click on the lectern or drop a suitable member of staff into the room. Staff will also request training when they're ready. In the training screen, select the qualification you want staff to learn, assign a trainer, and select the staff you wish to send on this course. When you're ready, click the start button. When picking a trainer, you can use your own staff. Choosing one of their qualifications to teach, or you can pay extra to bring in a guest trainer. Fantastic, thank you very much. Well, I think we're out of time, so what we'll do is we will see, we'll train somebody, and probably Penelope over there, because, oh my goodness, in the training room to get her better at diagnosing people first time, so that we don't get these people joining the queue. And what we can do is actually just say, hey, look, go for treatment, because we do know what's wrong with you. We do know what's wrong with you. So yes, next episode we will get Penelope in some training. Won't that be nice? Yes. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not check out one of my delectable videos available? Feel free to come stalk me on social media, and be sure to share this video with friends so even more may watch my schizwa. See you next time, peeps.